Is everybody ready for Halloween? Well, of course you're not ready for Halloween because it's July. But look, if you're anything like me, you're starting to think about it. And so I decided to do a video today and kind of show you some of our things in our yard that we do to present the haunt, so to speak. And look, we just got one of those houses. What can I say? My kids are grown and I still like doing the decorations and everything for Halloween. We try to scare people. I'm not going to lie. We try to scare people. And, you know, if they make it to the candy, then we give them a lot of candy. If they don't make it to the candy and they're really small, my wife runs down and gives them the candy anyway because, you know, you're not going to be mean. But we try to scare people. Not little kids, but the bigger kids and definitely the adults. And we scare the adults on the regular. See what I mean? Now, at the end of this video, I am going to show you the one item I think is the brand new, latest, greatest, probably the biggest banger of the year as far as a product for lighting for Halloween. One item, and it's super inexpensive. Now, I'm not going to say it's the scariest house out there, but there's a lot going on here. And even for some adults, it's too much for the senses. But it's more than what you see in the pictures because, look, the picture just show you a little bit, but it can't show you timing. It can't show you every little thing that we do to make the jump scares happen, and they do happen. Kind of goes to show you that even though you're expecting it, it still can work. Now, guys, I've been at this a while. I mean, my kids are 25, 35 years old. So I have two, and they're 25 and 35. I know how old they are. Trust me, I didn't mean to sound like 25 to 35. That's a big range. Look, one is 25, one is 35. Regardless, the thing is, I've been doing this a while. So we've acquired some stuff, and we've got a lot going on there. But nothing I use is super expensive. Everything that I use it wouldn't break the bank for anybody. So, you know, I'll put some links in the description. You don't have to use them. If you do, I do get a little something for the effort, you know, a little, but hey, feel free to go buy this stuff anywhere. I don't care. Now, as you come up on the house, you notice there's a lot of lighting stuff going on here, but this isn't the spooky part. I mean, this is just kind of what draws attention in. And this is not going to scare anybody, well, maybe little kids, but not really most people, but it does attract them to the house. Now, I've cut out some of the noise here so that you can kind of concentrate on what's going on. Now, here is a prop that I built for almost nothing, and it's a burning bones prop. There's several very inexpensive gravestones here that were all, you know, just staked into the yard, nothing fancy or expensive there. Now, one thing you do notice as you're walking up the driveway here is there's a lot of lighting going on that's even not in the yard. It's off over to the side and in the trees and around the car and, you know, just kind of illuminating the ground there. There's foggers here that you don't see, and those foggers go, low-lying fog goes through that green and creates a swamp-like effect when people are walking through that. So you can't see it here in this video, but it's really good stuff. And it's super easy to create with some line lasers and low-lying foggers. Now, when I set up my yard, I try to think to myself, what path are people going to take and what are they going to experience as they're taking that path? So we try to put so much in the yard that most people don't want to run through it. Most people will come up the driveway because of the amount of things that are in the yard. As you see, they experience different props along the way. Props that I built, props that I bought. Here's a puking skeleton that I built. I built the toxic waste dump of bones that you just saw. This Grim Reaper flies over their head. It comes down from the porch and flies over their head, barely missing them as they're walking by. We have a jumping spider here that as you walk by will jump out at you. And we put that in different places along the path in different years. This zombie also goes, you know, he moves around and stuff when people walk by him. So, you know, and some of it they expect. Some of it is things that they're going to expect to happen as they go by. And they're just, you know, and they kind of go along with it and go, oh, yeah, wow, you know. and then they get hit with something they don't expect. And that's where the jump scare really happens, because when a kid is really trying to put on, or an adult even trying to put on and say, oh yeah, I'm so scared, yeah, I'm so scared, they really are kind of a little bit scared, not really. And then something happens that they don't expect. And that's how we get them. Because as you're walking up, you're focused on these things you know are going to happen. The jumping spider, you know that's going to happen. You know he's going to do something. You see that dog, you know if you touch it, it's going to do something. You see the zombie, you know it's going to do something. And then out of the corner of your eye, you see this ghostly apparition happening. And you didn't really see it before. It's just there, and it actually looks pretty real. Now, the lighting in this video kind of shows the screen a little bit, but honestly, when you're walking through the yard, you don't see that screen at all. That one doesn't produce a jump scare, but what it does is it takes their senses to another level. They went from being not so scared, knowing what was going to happen, to all of a sudden being put on alert. Hey, there's other stuff here. Now, another thing you don't see and you don't hear in this video, because I've cut it out so I can talk, is that we have a lot of sound effects going on as well. So there'll be really loud Halloween music playing, and then all of a sudden something like this will cut in. And when I say we have really loud Halloween music going on, I mean it. And it's not Monster Mash. It's like your, more adult type tunes. And then all of a sudden it gets cut in with. So those are just a couple things visually and audibly that we do to put people on their toes a little bit. But there's really so much more, because if you noticed in some of this video, there's a lot of lighting going on here that's just beyond the yard. Like there's lighting off to the side of the yard, up in the trees. There's foggers that are under the cars. There's foggers that happen before they come onto the stairs. One of the biggest jump scares I have is a fogger that goes off when they aren't expecting it. And it's super cheap and inexpensive to do. But those are just two senses. Now let's talk about another sense. Let's talk about smell. A lot of people don't realize that Halloween haunts can include smell as part of the senses. Actually incorporate scents into our fog juice that will allow people to kind of catch an ambiance of a scent that they wouldn't expect to smell. Most people don't even know this is happening to them, but it is part of everything going on. Small but important part of what they're experiencing. One more key element on the sound that I want to mention is the sound effects aren't all coming from the same place. They're coming from different areas of the yard. When you do this, it has almost a dizzying effect on people's senses. Now, we've talked about visual, we've talked about audible, we even talked about smell. We didn't talk about taste or touch yet. Taste, that's not part of it. That's the candy they get. That's the reward, right? But there is a way to make them feel the scare. The way that I do this is through air movement. Now, you can use air cannons. I use an air compressor with a really long hose that I have hidden, and it's in my hand. When they get to the top of the stairs and think it's all over, that's usually when they get hit with the air. Now, I promise you at the end of the video, I would show you what I thought was going to be the latest, greatest hit of the year as far as Halloween lighting goes, and that's this. Or this, really doesn't matter which one. I kind of like the look of the purple one. This one has a little more functionality as far as the way you can use it, because it's got a place you can put it on the tripod, and it's got a little hook here where you can kind of hang it, but you could also hang the other one from the handle. So the handles are cool because you can stand them up or, use them to hang. This one has got magnets on it. The other one does as well. There's a little more lighting in this one, I think, but they're both fairly bright. This one is, like I said, it's bright, and it's got a flashing mode, which I do like the flashing mode. This one's got magnets as well. It doesn't have the hook, doesn't have the tripod thing, but this is my pick for Halloween just because it's not yellow, and so I can disguise it a little bit easier. But I'll be hanging this from trees. I'll be hanging it from tree limbs. I'll be magnetically putting this on porch railings probably. I'll be standing it up in front of gravestones. I'll be doing a lot with this. Probably have about a dozen of these in my yard this Halloween. They're waterproof and they're rechargeable, so no need to have 50,000 cords running through your yard that kids can trip over as they're running through your yard to get the candy, and that's what I like about them. And the other thing that I love about them is I don't have to replace batteries every year. I can just charge this up and we're good to go. Sorry, I couldn't resist one last jump scare. Listen, if you guys like the video, please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. I really appreciate it. Like I said, there's links to a few of these things in the description, and if you want to use them to get them, I do get a little something, and I appreciate it, but you don't have to. And if you like any of the props that you saw that were ones that I built, there's probably another video on the channel about them. In fact, I'm sure there is. The puking skeleton, the burning bones, all that stuff. There's another video in the channel about those two as well. All right, make it a great Halloween, and remember, have fun. That's what it's all about.